Hey everybody, this is the TMG podcast, and this is a special, take note, a special episode. It's not episode 86. This is actually the E3 special because E3 is currently ongoing.
E3 special.
The first. Not really. We kind of covered E3 last year in a sense.
We
No, but
predicted
I-
the E3 future.
The first the first episode of this year's E3, I should say.
Well, true, yeah, because we have many more episodes. Pretty much, we're going to be dividing each press conference. For now, Bethesda's up; it's already done. They showed their chops. Pretty awesome press conference. If you want to check out the other press conferences on our E3 2015 special, do check it out. We have one for each. We have one audio podcast for each press conference to pretty much cover what went down, what was revealed, and what we thought about, and then we'll go one by one at it. And for this episode, this first one is Bethesda, and I don't know, it's actually pretty amazing. This is Carlos, and with me is Will.
Hello.
And Miggy.
Hello.
And what was that? Bethesda. That was a straight up 1 hour.
But speaking of Bethesda, I think we need to address something that was sent to us on Twitter before we start.
True. Last episode 85, we kind of talked about Bethesda because it's only like last week that Fallout 4 was announced.
Yep.
And then we started talking about it, and someone on Twitter actually pointed out that we actually addressed how do we say this? He kind of addressed Fallout, New Vegas, and I think The Evil Within. I think we gave the wrong impression that we were saying that Fallout New Vegas and The Evil Within was developed by Bethesda Studios. We apologize. We did not. We weren't intending to let you guys, get that interpretation that these two games were made by Bethesda. He's actually right. The one from Twitter. He's actually correct. It wasn't developed by them. They were only produced by Bethesda. And I think New Vegas was Obsidian, who made New Vegas. And the reason why we're saying this is because we're trying to correct it. And I think what we were trying to do was pretty much explain or talk about Bethesda as a whole, because we were talking about during that episode. I think we were just talking about Bethesda and their bugs, and then in the spur of the moment we were talking about New Vegas, and we were also talking about. I think Miggy also mentioned The Evil Within, and then I guess how we mentioned that how we talked about those games. It kind of sounded like we were talking them. They were developed by Bethesda, so we just wanted to correct that. Thanks to who the one who tweeted that? I forgot his name already.
Mighty Mookie on Twitter.
Yeah, Mighty Mookie. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. So we're just correcting that right now because just so there's no confusion or whatnot. But we were talking about Fallout 4 and the bugs that Bethesda games in general come out.
Yeah.
I
don't think we were really claiming that they developed those specific games, but they did publish them, and Bethesda games.
No, I know, but
in general
yeah, but
do
it's
tend to be buggy.
The two that tend to be buggy, and I guess it came out that way. Now we were talking about them as being as the developed games, so we're just trying to correct that. And actually, thank God someone actually pointed that out, because you never know. If he gets the wrong idea, maybe someone else might get the wrong idea. So we're doing a little correction, but yeah, thanks for pointing that out. You want to go straight up to what happened in E3 now?
Yes, let us do that.
Let's do that, because it was, like I said, I think it was like an hour long. I'm not too sure, but it felt like an hour long, and I think my prediction was spot on with this one.
It
because
was
I did the Bethesda.
it was fun, but I was surprised nothing messed up. Like nothing bugged out.
No, but I think maybe someone can correct me for with this one. But when I was watching the presentation, none of them were actual demos, like someone playing it on
Yes,
stage.
they were all
They were all
prepared,
videos.
yeah, prepared
Yeah.
videos basically. So, but I mean,
So that's the one thing I noticed. So there was no hiccups or no problems.
I guess they've learned from past experiences when people try to play the game in live, all sorts of things mess up.
It was like Assassin's Creed. I still remember Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that was
in,
terrible.
I think the Sony press conference.
where it crashed in 2 different press conferences.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Assassin's
they
Creed.
brought the wrong demo. They brought the wrong build. I'm sorry. But yeah, Bethesda's out. I mean, the Bethesda's press conference is done. I'm sorry, and I don't know. Overall, before we start, going on it one by one, I actually liked it. It's Bethesda's first ever press conference, and I think they completely nailed it. And I think they did the best way of actually starting up E3, to build up the hype. They just focus straightly or purely games. There's no, I think in the start there was a little bit of developer montage that they did, but after that it was just straight up games. And the first game they showed, and thank God they started with that, was Doom. Is this a remake? I have to double check on that, but it's just called Doom. A lot of people are calling it Doom 4. Some are just calling it Doom, but when they revealed it, it was just Doom. What do you guys think about Doom? We had a gameplay demo of it. It was, I think it's exactly what I expect out of a Doom game.
Yeah, that's where me and you kind of disagree, because you were kind of sold on it already, and I felt it was a little bit flat in a way. Like, yeah, it looks solid in the sense that I don't see anything glaringly wrong with it, but it didn't wow me. It didn't get me excited for Doom again. I'm wondering though if that's a fault of maybe the Doom formula itself just being old already and not really not having aged well properly, or it's just, or if there's something really about the gameplay they showed that wasn't grabbing me. But then again, I have to admit that when I saw Wolfenstein, which the New Order, which is also a Bethesda published game, I wasn't really that impressed with it either. But it turned out to be a really fantastic shooter, so it might be the case with this as well.
Yeah. What about you, Miggy? You've seen the footage. Is this a game? Well, you're not much of an FPS shooter, so what were your thoughts of it when you actually watched the
No,
demo?
I'm in the same boat. Like, I can understand where you're coming from and Will's coming from. Now, it looks like what I expected. Now, this is how modern Doom should be, where it's like, oh, you're just in space shooting demon aliens who throw Hadoukens at you, and it looks really good, right? It's like, this is what I thought it would evolve into, and like, while it does look really nice, it looks like a video game. Especially when he picked up that chainsaw.
It looks like a video game.
Yeah, like when he
They've
picked
succeeded.
up that chainsaw, and it went into like a animation lock until you killed the guy, and it happened every time. And I mean, that could probably, if it doesn't do anything outside of that, it could either be the best thing or the most mediocre thing. I mean, like,
Me, I'm not.
you could
I'm not
really like it, but if it doesn't do anything else, then
Mhm.
I don't know. But it looks really nice. I'm excited.
Yeah, but that's the thing for me. Like, I feel they could have taken a little bit more. It felt very safe in that sense. Like they went, let's just make a purely like straight up Doom game. That's, I can appreciate that to some extent. But maybe I personally was hoping that they would have tried to take a little bit more risk and just try to maybe do something a little bit more different. It didn't feel as visceral as I wanted it to be. Then I mentioned this before the cast, but have you guys heard of Brutal Doom, which is a mod for, I think, Doom 2? Like, it's a mod for a very old game, but it really adds so much to the game. Like, it adds so much gore and blood, and it just feels so.
Yeah,
the game feels
it
so
makes
much
it
more impactful.
It makes it play like a
I actually
modern
don't know
FPS.
this.
where
Yeah,
like you move really fast, you can look anywhere, and when you shoot a 2D sprite, it blows up and there's blood everywhere.
yeah, and then like there's certain like it like the gun sounds sound really good and everything. There's
It's like a modern game with a Doom 2 skin.
yeah, but like I don't know, it's got that grittiness of Doom to it that I really liked, and this felt still a bit too. It didn't give me that feel, that same feel, and I guess I was hoping for more of that. It's hard for me to really.
It might be
put it into
the color
words.
scheme because the Doom 4 trailer made it look like every other spaceship shooter out there. Like there's not enough bright primary colors. Everything's very drab and washed out.
Maybe
So
it
that might
be
just be
possible.
it. But hopefully there are other areas that are brighter.
Yeah, and for sure there's going to be a hell level and everything, and it was kind of cool to see a lot of these old.
They showed that.
Yeah, they did show.
They
That.
had a demo specifically for that.
I did love though, like the throwbacks that they put in, like the chainsaw, all the classic Doom monsters were there. The sounds of the door opening and closing, I thought that was amazing. That was so good to hear again.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why the door was so like important for me. Like when I heard it, like, oh my god, cool, good. I don't know why, but the door sound was just like it means a lot. It means a lot, especially for a Doom fan. Me, I for me, I'm just so happy. It's just straight up what I wanted out of Doom. Like I understand what Will's problem is with the game, or what he saw in the presentation. Me, I'm just so happy. It's just blood, gore, demons, weapons, fast-paced FPS shooting. I don't give a crap. It's just that's what it is. And with Doom, I'm okay with that. That's exactly what I want out of Doom, and it seems like I'm getting just that. And it's a complete. Just seeing this gameplay footage already is a completely. If you see like the previous game, which is Doom 3, it felt more like a nightmare-esque or horror-esque kind of game where you have to like tread lightly. Whereas in this one, it just I don't know. It felt more at home where it's just you keep moving forward. You're moving super fast. You have all these weapons. I even like the touch where when you go through the weapon wheel, it's like it slows down, so you have time to actually pick the arsenal that you want to kill whatever's in front of you. The brutal melee animation is actually pretty awesome. I don't know. It's very simple. I understand that it seems very safe, but I think this is just what they need to bring Doom back to the map, and I am super excited. I'm super excited just nailing every single demon. I don't care.
Here's a question though. Do you think Doom, like the brand of Doom itself, still has that sort of pull power that that when now you compare it to the Call of Duties and the Battlefields and the other big shooters that are out there now? You think Doom
I
still
don't.
has it?
I think you. I really don't want to compare Call of Duty with Doom.
You
But
can't,
yes,
but
they are
like
both.
No, do you think it'll work for a new audience as opposed to like us
Yeah,
who
that-
play
that's-
the old games?
because we know like Doom is pretty much the granddaddy of every single first-person shooter out there, right? You can make an argument that it was Wolfenstein, but I do feel it came into a real renaissance when Doom was released.
Mm.
But like I'm thinking,
I
like,
think it might, if it's like straight up, because it feels more like an arcade shooter, more as like in Call of Duty it's more like because with the campaign it has more story or whatnot, and we'll just have to see. But the fact that it's really fast paced and it's just more like it's not a more cover shooter, it's not anymore like you have life that you can just go and cover and
Yeah,
regenerate
that
life.
that is a thing I noticed.
those
That
aspects.
it's not a cover shooter. Like you just go up
Yeah.
and shoot everything, and I think that that might work for us, but I don't know if it'll pull in anyone else, like the new kids, unless it does something that we haven't seen yet.
yeah, well, I guess
But
maybe
it-
in that sense, that's how it's gonna work because it was sort of the same deal with Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein
Yeah.
is not a brand that a lot of the younger people know about. Like they kind of hear stories about it, but they don't know it, right? So this new Wolfenstein comes in, and it doesn't have like the set pieces that
That Call of
that
Duty
Call
has,
of Duty have. Well, actually, it did have some really good set pieces, but
but nothing on like a building falling on top of you level.
Yeah, or nothing like those crazy Call of Duty moments where like nukes are flying everywhere and stuff. And it's Nazis. Like people, like Nazis is kind of.
No, but I mean, like
Nazis
this.
are cool.
I mean, like, wow, Nazis are cool. Huh?
Nazis are not cool. Nazis
Can't take that back anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
Doom
not
4,
saying. I'm just. That's a straight up question. That's a straight up sentence. That not Nazis are cool. End
dude.
of
If you
story.
watch JoJo, there's a Nazi that's really cool in that.
All right, I think.
But you were saying
No,
what?
but
Dude?
Let's
mean,
not
like-
talk about cool Nazis anymore. Like that's. I think I'll get in trouble. This cast might be pulled off the air.
Maybe, like it breaks a rule in the iTunes like agreement
Or
list.
something like that, yeah.
No, but I mean, Doom
Just
4
go by
feels
one sentence.
Doom 4 feels like an old game that we never got. I mean, it looks like it uses a lot of old game design that have been long since forgotten,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very old school in that sense.
which is what we like. Like, this is probably the most video game shooter that I've seen in a long time. Because you know how a lot of games tend to be like the midpoint between movie and game? Like, there's gameplay,
Yeah.
but then look at this explosions everywhere and watch your character run in a cutscene.
yeah.
Doom 4 is like, just fucking shoot everything, like, by yourself.
Yeah,
Shit's coming
yeah,
and
dude. Like,
killing
it starts to feel like it's a stage. There's a shitload of demons. Do your shit. I mean, do your thing. Get all the guns.
Just-
get all the weapons.
Yeah,
get all
just
the
jump
health that you
over
need.
there, get the shotgun, and back in my day, we didn't have waist-high cover.
Yeah, even the stage also like encourage you to just keep moving forward. Like
Yeah,
There's
it's
no-
usually like there's a
there's no
box you
cover.
can go around behind, and that's
yeah,
it.
like you're like it's meant like you'll get hit. It just
You have
depends
to
on how many,
physically evade the fireballs.
which is great, which is amazing.
Yeah, which
And,
is great.
It goes back to classic Doom or any of those classic shooters, and I love it. But I think the one thing that will kind of resonate to some of the young players, or maybe the ones who are, I guess, if you're talking about Call of Duty or Battlefield or whatever, this game they did announce that this will have multiplayer, so maybe that will be a nice pull, because as much as like those Call of Duty people, they don't play for the campaign, they play for the multiplayer.
That's
So it's
true.
up to it's up to Bethesda and the developers to see on how they're gonna market this game in that way, because they have multiplayer, and that's their way of that to pull in the kids. And it looks Quake-ish, like art.
Yeah, it looks like a slower-paced Quake 3, which I don't mind. 'cause I
Probably,
like Quake.
yeah. But yeah, they also after they showed the first gameplay demo, they showed the multiplayer, and there's not much details on the multiplayer.
Yep.
It was a small snippet of it, but it looks chaotic as ever. Like the first thing you see, some guy blow up somebody with a rocket launcher.
Which is what
And-
everyone did in the original Doom multiplayer, anyways, right? You'd run to the rocket, kill people with the rocket.
Yeah, but we can't. But there's not much information about it. We can't really say anything. They just showed that Doom will have multiplayer. But they did announce right after showing multiplayer this new feature, this new tool, not really a feature, a tool called Snap Map. And what essentially this is it gives the community or the Doom community the ability to create any map they want. A simple like a very easy tool to make any kind of map with any kind of and create any kind of game mode. Sorry, with any kind of rules you want to set. Meaning, I guess the developers want them to have a steady stream of content for players when this game comes out, and they're pretty much using the community as a way to prolong the use of this game. And I saw it. It was revealed. There's a little bit of video. It's pretty cool. It depends on how we know how creative communities can be in video games. With the other games that have very very simple to use tools to create stages and create new games. So it's gonna be pretty exciting on what people can do about this. But what's really interesting about this is they say cross-platform. So
Yeah.
I don't know what that means exactly. Is it cross-platform for for consoles, or from PS4 to PC or Xbox One to PC? That remains to be seen. But they had a video specifically for Snap Map, and I don't know. It's a good addition. We'll see. It's expected to be released together with Doom, and yeah, after that they just threw in another Doom demo right after that. Right after they showed up multiplayer and Snap Map, they showed another stage from the campaign, and it's pretty much them showing off hell, like a hell, like you visiting hell, or you fighting the demons in their home turf. And why this is why this is interesting is because from what I'm hearing, the first demo you see in the presentation for Doom, that's actually what they showed on QuakeCon. Because
that was the QuakeCon trailer for Doom.
that's what no that was a QuakeCon demo. That was that stage that you saw. That was what they saw. That's what people are claiming, because it was that the demo that was shown in QuakeCon was only given to us a select few in closed doors, and a lot of people are saying that that's what we saw. The second demo though is completely new, like a glimpse of hell, and a glimpse of very iconic character, a very iconic demon enemy like units or whatnot. We see demons are dying everywhere. We see more melee animations, and then we were greeted with some big ass demon, and then all of a sudden what is that gun? That's a classic Doom gun, the one that showed up in the end.
Yeah, that's why all these throwbacks to classic Doom stuff is really nice to see, actually. But
yes,
yeah. Then again, I'll just reiterate. I just feel they could have taken a few more risks with the design and layout. But okay, well, let's see what happens. Because for all I know, it could be awesome.
we'll see. We'll see more out of it because this game is planned for next year, 2016. So, I'm excited because it's just a simple I want to shoot shit. So I want that. There's no more drama or whatever, or some campaign or creating characters. Sometimes you just want to shoot shit in the face with no lag, and I don't know. I'm pretty excited for that. Right after Doom, though, they showed their free-to-play online game called Battlecry. This one, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not paying attention to what's going on with Battlecry. And
I watched it again, and I still don't know how to feel about it because it looks like they're trying to. It's not we used to call it a MOBA. I think in a few episodes we kind of referred to it as a MOBA, but it's really not. It has a lot of.
It's more like a I don't know. It's
more like TF2 for me.
Yeah,
yes, that's my
like
thing.
Team Fortress 2, but there are MOBA elements in it. That's sort of the feeling I got.
Yeah, that's what.
That's remained to be seen though. It's really mobile. Yeah. But when they revealed, when they brought in Battlecry in the presentation, they showed some new gameplay footage, and they pretty much revealed a new faction called the Han Republic. So they're showing new content for that game. It's currently on, I think, closed alpha, but it's said to go closed beta by the end of for later this year. So I'm gonna reserve my thoughts or my impressions or my thoughts about this game once I actually try it out. Cause I guess I'm with Will or with Miggy. I'm not too entirely sure what it is, but yeah, it's coming. It's definitely coming.
But
it's a free-to-play online game for PC.
Here's the danger with these these online multiplayer-only games. And as we saw this with.
Not everybody wants to buy hats.
No. I don't know. I still don't know why people fucking buy hats in TF2, but okay.
I tried to buy a hat and I didn't feel any excitement at all. I'm just gonna say that right now. I do not understand Team Fortress 4. But go ahead. Sorry,
But
off track.
the danger here is and we saw this earlier this year when Evolve was released. Because I think that game is pretty much dead now. I don't think anyone still plays that.
No, that's I know where that's coming from with Evolve. That's one article saying that there's not enough people. I'm gonna say it right now. I don't think so because I've went to Titanfall, but I went back to Titanfall and people say it was dead. I went there. I can still play easily. It's not that hard to cover 12 people in one game. I don't think Evolve's dead as they claim because it's based on stats.
Yeah, we don't know
the reception of it.
I don't think you can say that Evolve was a major success because there was a lot of hype for it. It came out and then a lot of people were playing it for the first couple weeks and then it petered out. And yeah, I'm probably pretty sure you can still go in and find the game pretty quickly now, but it's definitely not at that level that the developer must have been hoping for, especially with such large cash shop involved. It's just
Yeah.
my thoughts. Even Titanfall, I have a feeling underperformed, partially because, of course, of the Microsoft exclusivity. But like, I don't know. Like after a while, I lost interest in it. You also lost interest in it, and then you came back to check it out when they released all the expansions for free. I remember that.
I think my well, just for a short moment, Titanfall. The reason why I didn't continue playing is because I don't want to play, team deathmatch or whatever. I want to play domination. There's no one playing domination. It's annoying. That's the reason why I got turned off again. Going back though to Battlecry,
Yep.
we will see because Bethesda, the community, that pretty much supports Bethesda and their games. You never know. They might be, it's a free to play, action arena. You never know, or arena or whatever action game. They might check it out. They might like it. We will see. But the Battlecry is definitely using the network that's currently running Elder Scrolls Online. So it's definitely their own thing. So I'm kind of curious on how Bethesda's will be tackling this kind of game, this kind of project. And there's not much to go through. There's just a simple video, and they just pretty much went up to the next one.
Well, there's definitely no harm in
And-
checking it out. It's free. It's free to play anyway, so there's no harm in that.
Yeah. Right after the video, they showed the next game, and it's I think the second worst kept secret in video games, because Dishonored 2 was leaked or rumored to be revealed during this press conference, and lo and behold, it was revealed. Dishonored 2 is definitely coming, and it's actually a funny story because why we're saying it was leaked is because when
Yep,
Bethesda was doing I think an audio test via Twitch. At the same time, they were also rehearsing with
they overheard people talking about it.
yeah, they were doing a rehearsal with and that was funny because they were actually, I even heard the conversation. They were like, I think your conversations are being being caught by the mic, and I'm like,
But yeah,
that's
Dishonored 2
funny.
was shown. It was
And
only.
no, I'm serious.
But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed that Dishonored 2 was just a CG trailer, but it didn't show actual gameplay. But it was kind of cool, like story-wise, the elements that they were showing. Like, not only can you play now as Corvo, but you can also play as the girl from the first game.
Is that the girl from the first game?
Yeah, the girl from the first game, all grown up, and now I guess an apprentice to Corvo. So
And does she have time powers?
looks like it. It looks like she's got the same abilities as Corvo does. But again, it was just
Tentacle powers.
It was just a CG trailer, so we can't say until we actually see it.
Yeah, but it was quite a long CG trailer, At least there's that. You'll probably be able to do all the same stuff that she did in the trailer.
Yep. Alongside that, though, they also announced that they will be releasing a remastered version of the first Dishonored for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One with all the DLC. So if you missed out on Dishonored before, it's a good opportunity to pick it up. It's a good game, a really good game actually. It's probably just going to be the PC version though.
We're talking about.
The remastered Dishonored that was going to be coming
Yeah,
from-
I won't lie. The Skype is fucking up right now. That's why I kind of chopped in. I'm not gonna cut this out. Screw it. Skype's being mean to me.
It's
Definitive
okay, it
Edition is coming out
happens.
not on PC. It's coming out on PS4, Xbox One.
Yes, but I was saying it's probably just going to be like the PC version in that sense, because PC version was already like.
No, they're gonna put really high, intense lighting.
It's gonna be like a little pixelated compared to the PC version. Wink, wink.
Probably, maybe.
It's not gonna have the
I like
same
I
hair.
like how when they announced Dishonored 2. I like how when they announced Dishonored 2 and this looks awesome. We're working on this. You can play 2 different characters with different skill sets and abilities. It's gonna be amazing. We will have it'll be out next year hopefully. By the way, there's also a definitive edition if you want it. That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
It's coming out in August. Cool.
But yeah, so Dishonored 2. I mean, go ahead and check out the trailer. It's actually a pretty decent CG trailer, but I think we're at the point where we're not wooed anymore by pretty computer graphics. We need to see gameplay.
Well, people are. It's just that we know better, but people will think that that's how the game will look.
Yeah, well, honestly, the first Dishonored game was very, very good. So I'm looking forward. I'm very happy that they're making a sequel to it. It's not for everyone, obviously. If you're not into stealth games, then you're probably not going to enjoy this.
I'm gonna hate it.
If you're gonna hate it.
But those robots
horrible
look
at
really
this
cool, though.
I'm
You can
horrible
stop
at stealth
time and
games.
shoot
I'm so
exploding
struggling with
crossbow
Hitman.
darts.
Anyways,
But Hitman sucks. Absolution.
let's move on. I think
But
that-
with the Dishonored reveal, I'm just okay with the fact that they're moving on with the franchise. That's
Yes.
pretty cool.
it's cool to see a like relatively new franchise like getting some like ground on its feet. Speaking of franchises, we move on now to Elder Scrolls Online, which was showcased there.
Yeah, I'm still like wondering if I want to get it. I don't I don't know why I want to get it, but I kind of want to. I don't know why. But they have a video for it.
It looks cool.
Elder Scrolls Online, Tamriel
Well-
Unlimited.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, remember, Elder Scrolls Online was released last year as a subscription-based MMO on the PC,
Mm-hmm.
and as a subscription-based MMO, it failed miserably. So within a few months, it quickly went free to play, which everyone was expecting to happen at some point. And I guess now it's finally coming to consoles for those who want to check it out. I haven't played Elder Scrolls
already out.
Online. Oh, it is. It's already out.
It's already out.
Oh, okay. So this was.
I think this was just for the PS4 and Xbox One versions.
No, it's just showing that more are coming, or more like changes will be coming for online. That's what the video was pretty much showing. It did not really portray that well. It just showed like landscapes and whatever. But they were pretty much just saying that there's more to come for Elder Scrolls Online.
They're planning to support the game. So I guess that means that there is sort of a population still playing it.
There's gotta be.
No,
like,
there is.
for sure.
There is. A lot of people like it. I guess they just didn't make any. I guess they had a steady stream, but then I guess they realized that they'll get more if they just dump the subscription, because you can still subscribe if you want to, but you get
Yeah.
some points for doing it, but you don't have to play the game.
Yeah, it's
Just-
sort
I
of
think
it's sort of a hybrid system. Like it's just a lot of old subscription games that went free to play right away. So yeah.
Yeah,
if
and
you're
I'll say
looking
this again.
for-
My only problem with the Elder Scrolls Online when I tried it was like I don't want to play this game. It's an Elder Scrolls game that I have to pay for. That's gone. Now I'm kind of curious, but the reason why I'm kind of not getting it for my console or for my PC is because my net's horrible. That's the reason why you can hear me as a robot right now. Because
Well, the audience won't because of our new setup, but we are having a hard time hearing you.
yeah. Alongside
yeah,
that,
but I have to work on it later.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I can already imagine.
yeah.
What am I
Well-
mad at? Anyway,
Alongside that, though, we also got their answer to Hearthstone, the Elder Scrolls Legends, which is going to be.
is it really the answer?
Well,
It didn't show anything though.
It's a digital card game on iPad and PC. I mean, that sounds like Hearthstone to me, and it's in the fantasy setting.
The Elder Scrolls Legends was announced. That's pretty much
What about Yu-Gi-Oh, guys? That's still a video game.
It's not a video game. It's
They're
an anime.
making it for PS4.
Yeah, they are. That's Konami's last hope, I guess. But okay,
But yeah.
what do you think? Is there room for another one of these sort of like digital collectible card games in the market?
I don't think it's
Dude, there's a lot of
oversaturated
room.
yet. 'cause
Hearthstone's-
it's just mainly Hearthstone right now. So
Yeah,
a
dude, I
little
want
competition
Gwent to
wouldn't
be an
be bad.
official strategy card game for iPad.
I'm still waiting for Triple Triad to be a real game.
I'm still waiting for CD Projekt Red to get out of their ass and just make Gwent.
Just make a full-on
Go against her.
Gwent
Yeah.
game, right? Yeah, I would
Hell
play
yeah.
that.
There's
I'd so play
probably
that.
already a fan game on Android for that.
And I'd
Yeah.
so play the Elder Scrolls Legends. That's, like,
If it's
just
good,
as-
why not?
if it's good and just as addicting and not that paywallish, just like Hearthstone, where it doesn't kind of restrict you, it just asks you to keep playing to get what you want, then fine. Because I am super invested in Hearthstone, I don't see why I can't be invested on something very similar in the same quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
that's
Bring it on.
That's That's
I am
true.
so happy with that.
We have to see how the game itself plays mechanically and like how they handle the booster packs and that stuff.
I'm gonna be so laughing with exactly like Hearthstone. It's just a different skin.
With different
I'll be laughing.
monsters.
It's a
Yeah, with different
skin.
monsters. I'm like, Jesus Christ. You didn't even, but I would laugh if that.
Hey,
but
imitation
I
is the
doubt.
highest form of flattery.
That's true. Yeah.
I know, but I doubt that's gonna be the case though.
So we got that for Elder Scrolls. We didn't get any news for a new mainline Elder Scrolls game, unfortunately.
It's
but
too soon.
It's too soon, I think. I think Skyrim is still doing quite well, and I think it's getting a re-release also on PS4 and Xbox One at some point. They didn't make any mention
I
of it.
doubt it. They didn't any mention about that at all. I really don't want them to re-release another one. But yeah, no mention of an Elder Scrolls 6, if ever they do.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6, holy shit.
Well, the only way to play Elder Scrolls, in my opinion, is on the PC because you can get all the stupid mods for it.
Yeah. The only way you can play Elder Scrolls 5 is like to download the Randy Savage mod.
Yeah, you can't play it without Randy
And get-
Savage anymore.
No, and the top hat, crab.
Oh, the top
Is it a crab?
hat in monocle crabs, yeah.
And Halo. And Halo. Master Chief.
Master Chief. And Sonic.
Yeah. You can. Oh, you can bring us on if you want to. It's up to you. Or the the
No,
companion.
it has
key.
to be
anyway,
Tails.
Yeah, so let's move on to what basically was the biggest, which took up a lot of time there.
The biggest thing that we already knew existed.
With a big, we got a lot more details on Fallout 4, and it looks really, really good. There
no,
was a few-
what's you mentioned that it was really long, and seeing what they revealed during that thing kind of makes sense why, and especially in how we just found out about this game a week ago, even though we knew it actually existed. They just wanted to be.
We just didn't know how much of it existed.
Its existence.
There's so much that they showed off. It's crazy.
yeah,
It was crazy.
Plus-
Ron Howard shows up.
And now
And-
your character is fully voiced. That's like a totally new thing for Fallout. Because you were always the silent protagonist for the longest time. For like actually today.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is where my issue comes in. Like I did not like the new dialogue thing that they had. Like it seems to me that it's a lot more limited now, primarily because of the voice acting. Like they couldn't record all the.
Why?
Well, like in the older Fallout games, like you had so much options as far as conversations go. Like you could. I don't know. It just seems that what they showed didn't seem as robust a conversation system as they had before.
No, that remains to be seen because it's understandable. Yes, because they have to record every single conversation. It's easier to have more conversations if it's like silent. We'll see. Because maybe it's just in the start, and maybe that guy. Because I think the dialogue that they were showing was between the character and the robot, and that's just the start of the game. So we'll see because they said that they've recorded like a lot of audio for this game.
The game
And
actually.
I think this game has been. Sorry.
No, I thought the game also was a big troll in a way because like they were saying like, oh, you get to see the Fallout world before the war, and actually we were like, oh, that's so cool. You get to see what it's like before the bombs drop, and then oh, psych, it's 200 years in the future. You were cryo frozen. that for me was like, oh.
Yeah, they said that you get to see I think you get to see the world before the bombs hit, and you pretty much just see it for like what in the introduction of the game, where you start to customize your character because you can it had a really weird character creation where you can sculpt your face. I mean, like
yeah, that was very strange, but whatever. I guess like if
no,
you really
everybody.
want-
I don't know. Everybody has that thing. Like I've known people where they take an hour or two just making their face, and I guess the people like that because me, when I make a game or play an RPG, Fallout, I don't know, whatever game that has some robust character creation for their face, I just press random and okay. Whatever comes out, it's just that's way.
I always usually just pick the default face for the most part.
No,
Yeah.
there are people who actually like that more than the actual game. So,
No,
but
yeah, like I
it's
said,
cool
I
that
know
the
people who
options are
spend an hour
there.
or two.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it's they have that, and you can see the how your house is before the bombs hit, and then I guess that's what you see, right? And then
Yeah, that's true.
we don't know if we get to roam around after after you do the customization for your stats and your how you look, if you can roam around before the bombs hit, because I think after you fix up your character, then you're all of a sudden up, the alarm starts showing up, and all of a sudden everybody has to be rushed
The vault.
to Vault 10, I think 111. I think that's the new one.
Yep, Vault
So
111.
we don't know if exactly we can roam around and talk to other people post or no pre post apocalyptic. So when the bombs hit, you go in the vault. Like what Bill said, 200. I think 200 years after. I think you're what, in cryo sleep or something.
Yeah,
How does that happen?
you're cryo frozen basically.
Yeah, and you're the only survivor of that vault. You show up, and all of a sudden there was a demo, and you see the robot that was kind of like your butler in your house, and that was the start of the demo. And from there on, I think after that,
And
Todd Howard.
and there is a dog. Just FYI. Very important.
And I will call that dog Riley, because he's my best friend.
Yeah, he's our best friend.
He's my best friend. I still have to play this game actually. Right after that demo, then they started to talk about a very, I don't know, ambitious feature in Fallout 4, because they started to talk about, well, Todd Howard started to talk about the crafting system. So what do you guys think about the crafting system? Because that's like really crazy.
Dude, he built an entire house.
From what they showed,
And,
it looks
and then
pretty insane what you can do. The crafting looked really interesting. But how useful will it actually be, or is it just
Maybe
for
if
people's-
it's just like cosmetics
no,
or whatever.
they've already mentioned that this is completely optional. This is something you can do if you want to. It's not something
Yeah, it
you
looks
have
like,
to do.
but that's cool that it's a completely different system just for kicks. It looks like he made a Mega Man.
Yes, it seems.
You know,
It's-
what
He did.
the-
He did make a Mega Man. That's true.
You can, the crafting system or the building system is, you can actually use parts from the world and create, your own settlement, your own buildings,
Yeah,
your own
base
um,
building. That was amazing, man.
Yeah, you can actually put apply electricity on specific machines, like put turrets for defenses. You can also put if you put enough houses, like settlements or residents will start going into your settlement and start actually living there. If you put like other structures, specific shop owners will come in and bring in specific goods, and then you can also start to put up, like I said, defenses like turrets and whatnot, provide electricity to make that run to defend incoming raiders or whatnot. That just seems like a fucking like post-apocalyptic sim. Build a world simulator or something. And it's all, from what I know, it's just an optional feature that you can do. So the fact that they're adding something like this kind of crafting, this kind of building system, means that they want you to just have fun with it. Like, this is a world, you come out 200 years later out of the vault, and you know what? I'm gonna do stuff. I'm gonna make a settlement. I'm gonna fuck shit up. Yeah, whatever. Because if you notice, they didn't even mention anything about the story or what's going on. They just went up. This is
Yeah,
a world,
actually,
this is
that's true. You don't know.
open world sandbox that you can do whatever you want. They didn't bother mentioning about story or anything. They just went up. This is what can happen. And
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe Miggy, you might have a kick out of this because you like open worlds where it's just you can do whatever you want. Like, you just dick around.
Well,
Yeah, this is like the most sandbox thing you can do.
you could always dick around in Fallout. At least Fallout.
But having more options to dick around with is nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
Having more options to be a dick, yeah. But the crafting doesn't stop there. You can create settlements for the heck of it. The weapon crafting and the customizations is actually pretty interesting as well. I think they mentioned
the
what.
armor customizations, the weapon customizations, and it doesn't
Yeah,
look like
I think
it's
they were
just
saying that they had
skins.
50 base weapons. Yeah, we'll have to see if it actually would make a difference in actual combat and everything. But
But,
you can.
but I think it will, because did you see that one part where there was like a jetpack and then the guy was flying around?
Yeah, and then there was like traps that triggered guns and all that nonsense.
and you can actually
I can't
take
I can't wait
you
for
can take
people to
apart a
like.
baseball bat and put in like saws, like a double saw, just
Oh,
for
it's
the
like
fuck of it.
just like Dead Island. You know?
I can't wait for people to like put all the traps into one big trap. You know,
Yeah.
like
Oh, so basically, when that trap goes, everything goes.
yeah, and it's just like the first trap will kill the guy, but then his ragdoll will trigger all the others, and it makes one big explosion.
One big explosion and the whole game crashes because that was just a bit too much.
Yeah, that would be perfect that the game crashes too.
Yeah, I know. This would be it'd be hilarious. But yeah, like what? 50 base weapons and like they were saying 700 kinds of combinations and mod that you can create. And these modifications, these scopes or handles that you can put on your gun and make whatever you want. These the materials you need to make them can be found anywhere in the world. Like they use every trash or item you find in Fallout, and you know how Fallout has like crap, like just they have like crap everywhere. You can get a toy car for no reason, you can just have it. You can get a tin can, like you have so much crap. In Fallout 4 now they have it, they have somewhat of purpose now. You can actually get a toy car for like I think a screw. You can like break it down to a simple material which is like a screw or whatnot to make specific items or attachments, and that's actually pretty cool. Because I'm trying to figure out those like what do I do with this this toy doll or whatever. You can just sell it. That's all you can do really with those kinds of items. So it's good that they're actually giving some kind of purpose to it. Now in terms of gameplay and combat, it's pretty much Fallout 3 and
Well,
New Vegas.
we saw the return of VATS, which I'm happy to see.
Yeah. Oh wait. Going back to crafting weapons, yes, you can do that, and also the power armor.
Yeah.
Because you'll have your own power. I forgot to mention it. You'll have your own power armor. You can actually customize it completely, and I think based on the gameplay, you can actually get into it. I mean, like you don't like equip it, like you get into it like a suit, which is actually pretty awesome. Gameplay. Going back to gameplay now. Yeah, VATS is back. It seems somewhat the same, and that's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they significantly tweaked the system as far as combat goes. But that remains to be seen. Like, cause the system was okay. It wasn't the best system ever, but it worked. So
I get to shoot shit,
you get to shoot shit. Yep, for sure, for sure.
and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that gameplay style, C3 style. Okay, what else did they show? They showed a lot.
They showed. Well, they also showed a new iPad game. iOS game.
Oh
Which
yes.
is
The
available.
reason why I'm actually
Available right now. You can download it right now. It's only on iOS though, so if you got an Android, sorry.
For now,
Yeah,
the
for
game
now.
we're talking about
It's
is
called-
Fallout Shelter.
Yes, and I'd like to call it Sim Vault because
I've wondered why they haven't made this game like before, because it's
I'm playing it
kind of a
right now.
perfect setting.
I'm playing it right
it's
now,
fun. It's you manage a vault basically. You keep
Yeah.
people happy.
and I have
And I'm so
I have 3
thankful.
pregnant women now in my living quarters.
Tiny Fallout.
It's tiny. It's tiny Fallout, and I'm so thankful though that it's not so microtransaction heavy as some other free-to-play base building games. Like it doesn't feel like you hit. Well, to be fair, this game was just announced today. We haven't had a lot of time to play with it, so it might reach a point when you hit the paywall. But for the moment, like it's not there. And
No,
it's
it remains to be
actually-
seen how it's going to be. But I like how Todd Howard like kind of presented it, where like there's no paywalls, there's been no that, like no internet access required. It's just a straight up game you can play whenever you want with no restrictions to enjoy.
Will it connect to Fallout 4 in any way? Like, can you get
They didn't mention
maybe
that.
extra rewards or something?
From what they didn't announce anything like that. They just did this just for I don't know. They said out of kicks. They just wanted to make an app game, and they've been going back on this specific idea for the longest time, and it's actually a very good idea. It's a very cool idea, and I think Will did the perfect way to describe this game. It's pretty much Fallout, tiny Fallout, like tiny tower or whatever. Because like
Sim-
okay, because like what Will said, you manage your people, like you manage the water, restrain them, and you send them out to the wasteland. You defend raiders trying to enter your vault. Um, you make babies because you can, make more people that way. I have three pregnant women. I don't know what to do with them right now. They're just there.
Let them be pregnant until they give birth, man.
Give them to
Immortan
Joe.
I have another child. Doesn't want to grow up. I need her to do shit. She's just there.
You just yell at the baby, grow up. I need you to do
that
things.
right
But
because they're just there in the living quarters. Weird. Anyway.
I'm playing it on my iPad, and it's actually a very good looking game.
It is,
for mobile. Like it's got that semi 3D effect when you look at the rooms. I really like that.
We'll have to report later, like maybe after a couple of days when we have a good amount of time playing this game. If because I don't see a real objective yet. Like it's maintaining the bars, like the green. Like we have enough water, we have enough electricity.
Well, that's the objective in a sim.
No, but you want to keep building your vault too, right? There's that.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's more. If it's more, deep. Like there's like a lot of things that we have to deal with. Like if we start, if it's really big already, because it seems like a game that could be really huge.
Yeah, like you find a death claw somewhere or something.
A death claw tries to enter or something. Like, oh no, because there's like items. You can give items to specific vault dwellers who plan, or if you order them to go out in the wasteland, you can give them armor and then weapons, and then so they can find items and pop caps. Sorry.
Yep, bottle caps.
To bring back to the vault. So I want to see how deep it is. So Fallout Shelter.
Yes,
do check
Fallout
it out.
Shelter.
It's free.
It's totally free. It's only on iOS, unfortunately, but
yeah, there is microtransactions. There is microtransactions. We have to mention that, but it does not ask you to do so. It's just like they have a thing to it's like a booster pack where if you
can
open it up,
things up, and you can get a bit more money or whatever, things like that.
Yeah, but if you can actually get these lunch boxes or these packs by doing specific objectives. I've picked up 20 so far, and I don't feel any need to go to the microtransactions. I do feel a need to do the objectives though, which is pretty simple. Like send someone off to the wasteland or whatever. It's very simple.
That's how I get rid of people I don't like. Send them to the wasteland.
I don't want you to be my overseer.
I know, I'm such a dick. But sometimes you just get guys with
zero
good skills,
talent.
right?
Yeah,
zero talent. So just fuck off into the wasteland. Don't need you here.
Yeah, don't find some bottle caps for us to use to build stuff. Check it out. It's pretty awesome. I also want to mention the collector's edition of Fallout 4.
Yeah, I was going to say
because it's actually pretty cool.
We kind of forgot to mention that they've already announced the collector's edition, which comes with a fully workable Pip-Boy wrist. I wouldn't call it a wristwatch, but it's a wrist device.
It's workable if you attach your smartphone.
Yes,
and it's a Pip-Boy. It's a giant phone case.
Pretty much.
It's pretty much, but if you look at it, like screw you, Apple Watch. We got a Pip-Boy now.
What's pretty cool about it is
it reminds me of the. You know how in Ground Zeroes you have the iDroid?
Yeah.
They made a working version of that case for an iPhone, and the buttons actually do stuff around it.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's super expensive though, but this looks also really neat.
This one can be used as a second screen, it kind of helps you through the game. Like you would download an app. This is what they're saying. You could download an app into your phone. You attach your phone into the Pip-Boy thingy, and you actually use it as an actual Pip-Boy. If you want to check out your stats, the quests, whatever, it'll sync
in-game
with your game.
stats.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's neat.
So you don't have to go to the menu. You just have to check your Pip-Boy. Just how
it's more an immersive experience.
Right.
Immersive.
Right.
Now, if it's gonna work, I hope it does. But
and the cosplay, thing also. I'm pretty sure people are gonna get that shit.
Oh yeah, and the price tag doesn't seem very high then. How much is the set going for? $120, I think.
I don't know if they mentioned it yet, but
it's not bad.
It's not. I don't know. It's a good deal already. It's enough to have something to, get yourself immersed. The Fallout.
Immersed.
But yeah, that's cool. You check it out because I don't know. Well, you're a collector's edition kind of guy, and not anymore. Yeah, you mentioned that before, but is this something like you're gonna get Fallout 4? Is this? Are you gonna consider getting the Pip-Boy?
It looks really cool. I might if the price is right. Because remember, when collector's editions come here to the Philippines, they get jacked up like crazy.
Oh, like fuck.
Or we get the weird European release.
Yeah, well, we get like the Czechoslovakian version, right?
Or the Polish
But-
one.
No, but I mean, it's pretty bad. Like the Batman Arkham Knight, which is coming out real soon. The basically the big collector's edition comes with a Batmobile model, right? They're selling that for 12,000.
Oh yeah.
That's just
It's
too
like
much.
a PS4 already.
Pretty much. So for me, like, it depends. It's gonna depend on the price for sure.
I hope. It's
Um,
not. The
Do you
biggest
feel-
announcement,
Do
though.
you feel though it might be? It's. I thought initially also. I thought initially that like they announced the collector's edition. Like, oh man, they're announcing collector's editions already. That's kind of in bad taste in a weird way. But then they came around and said the release.
There's a
date.
reason why. Yeah.
Yep, there was a reason
And
why
it,
because the release.
I was
date
actually
were-
doing some work, and when I heard the name, I mean the date, I'm like, are you fucking serious? Fallout 4 is coming this year, November 10, 2015.
November release will be one of the
Well,
big
with
Christmas
with how much
releases.
they showed, like it's not really that surprising.
No, it's
that
that's
it would
it,
be at
it,
the end of this year.
it actually makes sense to why they showed so much out of Fallout in that presentation, because it's coming out in November. Because it was really announced last week, and we just found out that it's in Boston. Did they confirm
They
it's
just
in Boston?
made like a big announcement, like here's everything within the week, and it's coming
Yeah.
out this year.
And I really hope when Todd Howard was saying that they were making this game right after they finished Fallout 3, because they were saying this game has been in development for 4 years. That's what they were saying, and they kept it, I guess, quote unquote, in secret when we knew it was actually coming. We were waiting for them to officially reveal it. But they were technically, if that's true, they were working on Fallout 4 together with Skyrim, because right after Fallout 3, that's why a lot of people were thinking that Fallout 4 might not happen. It's because they're working on Skyrim, but apparently, they were going through two projects, one on the side, one to be released very soon.
And New Vegas was really like a side project. It was never really a true sequel.
No, New Vegas was made by someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and well, you know my thoughts about that. Fucking but I really hope that it comes out polished, ready for anybody to just dick around and whatever. Because this is a very ambitious open world sandbox game, and I don't know, me when it comes to Bethesda, with their Bethesda lineups and whatever, I always feel that I just want less bugs. That's what I'm saying. Because Fallout 3, Skyrim, New Vegas,
They all were buggy as shit on release.
you find those really hilarious points. And the fact that we're gonna get Fallout 4 just this soon, like November already,
You
and we
know
just
there's
found out
gonna
about
be
it last week,
bugs.
there's a big chance now that it'd be like bug heaven. Hopefully it won't be the case. But that's why I'm kind of like, oh, I hope not. because it sounds pretty cool. It sounds really, really cool. But yeah, November 10.
November 10, looking forward to picking it up. If it with or without the collector's edition, I don't know yet.
Pre-order if you dare. As soon as now.
If you don't reserve it, you don't deserve it.
Dun, dun, dun. And that was pretty much it for Bethesda. How would you guys rate the conference in a nutshell?
Perfect start for E3.
Perfect
super
start
happy,
For E3.
yeah. It was.
I-
I was the only thing I was kind of like bummed out is because I did the predictions for Bethesda, and I was sort of spot on with this. The only difference was I was actually expecting them to reveal a completely new IP, like something completely different,
Right.
possible
and-
franchise builder.
And
We
they
didn't
didn't
get that.
yet. Yeah. I thought it was okay. I mean, it was it got kind of slow in the middle. But then the Fallout part of it really picked up the whole thing. So for me, I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. That's my.
Oh, we're gonna rate it. Oh, okay.
Well, you don't have to rate it, but I'm saying that's how I would rate it if I had to.
I would say it's not EA, it's not Ubisoft. That's how I'm gonna rate it. It's nowhere close to what I expect out of EA and Ubisoft press conferences. It's just I like the fact that it's straight up games, no bullshit. Here it is. Hope you like it. Good night. That's what I saw. That's what it was really. And yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed.
Pretty
Very
happy.
straight up.
It was pretty safe, as you said. No major new IPs. A lot of expected stuff was there. But they did a good job getting people excited for what they did show.
What about you, Miggy? You're not much of a Bethesda person, like Bethesda.
I haven't watched the press conference itself. I just watched the trailers that came out because I
No,
tried
then
to stay
what
up
was
for
revealed?
it.
What was
But,
revealed? I mean, like, do you like the? Was it something as expected,
Like
or is it
Doom 4 impressed me more than I thought it would, and then Fallout 4 looks like it has a lot of stuff in it, but I don't know.
But there you have it, Bethesda.
There you
is
have it.
done.
Well,
And next up will be
Microsoft.
Microsoft. Yes.
X blocks.
If you guys noticed,
Xbox.
we it's well based on this recording, it's like an hour away. Based on this recording, it's an hour away. I'm
An
gonna stay
hour
up.
and 15 minutes.
Yep.
I'm gonna be playing Fallout Shelter while waiting. But if you guys noticed, we have our episode. It's not a whole episode. It's gonna be like divided because it's E3 right now. So we have like multiple audio podcasts per press conference. Sorry. So this is Bethesda. If you guys want to check out the other ones, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, the PC gaming press conference, and of course Square Enix.
Square Enix and
Square Enix.
Ubisoft.
Go check that out. It's already. I hope it's up. This is actually the first recording. Thanks for listening in. What's this? It's June 15, and I am so excited. What are you most excited about right now at this point? With everything that's being
Everything
just-
or
just-
Bethesda
just-
only?
no, everything in general. Like, what is something that you're like just out of the top of your head, just to end out this part of the E3 special? Anything.
I'm
Just one.
excited for the Last Guardian.
You serious? That was rumored to be revealed this E3.
I feel it's this year. It's gonna happen this year. It's gotta happen. I
What about
believe
you,
in-
Mix?
I don't know, man. I mean, Ryu came out in Smash. I don't know what else to expect anymore.
New Mega Man. Like what?
That's a topic for another time.
Yeah, that's a topic for
Legacy
another time.
Collection.
Me, I am weirdly curious about the VR shit. Because it's
Oh,
gonna
that's
happen.
true. That's gonna be a big thing for the VR shit.
Yeah, but we will, if you want to check that out, go ahead and hop on to the other press conferences. I'll see you guys soon. and
We'll see
thanks for
you guys
listening.
soon.
Bye.